Okay, welcome. This is Whale Oil speaking to you. I'm showing you this video today to prove to you that the information I have released this week on my blog has not been hacked in any way. By now, I'm sure the Labour Party has accused me of hacking. I'm going to show you how easy it was for me to obtain the information and how open their information was. First thing that drew my attention to the Labour Party was their Let's Not campaign. Trevor Mallard published it extensively on my own blog. We linked to the site. One of the things that I do when political parties of all types release information via the web is I check to see where those sites are living or who they are living with. And what I use is myipneighbours.com. I just put in the details, in this case for the Labour Party campaign site, letsnot.co.nz, and I did a search. What that search showed me was that there were 4 other sites on that same IP address in the same server and where they're hosted. We have accworks.org.nz, we have Healthy Homes, Healthy Kiwis, we've got Labour's own website, labour.org.nz, which ironically is Parliamentary Services funded, and we've also got the Let's Not campaign sitting there. If we have a look at the domain names and who owns those domain names, we have a look at the one for ACC Works, and we can see that the contact details and the administrator details are people in Parliament. We've got the Office of the Labour Leader, Parliamentary Services funded, Chris Elder, a parliamentary staffer working in Phil Goff's office. That's the accworks.org.nz. If we look at the Healthy Homes, Healthy Kiwis domain name, we see again that it's the Office of the Labour Leader. The admin contact's not Chris Elder this time, but the Office of the Labour Leader. Again, it's a Parliamentary Services funded registration. Labour.org.nz, this one here is different. It is owned and administered by the Labour Party, and the Labour Party headquarters details are there. This is all public information. No hacking has taken place so far. It's all relatively simple and straightforward, and any person can do this. The Let's Not campaign, we've got a name, David Talbot, registered to that. David Talbot works in Parliamentary Services in the Leader's office, Leader of the Opposition's office. So the next thing that I did is I started to have a look at some of these sites. If we have a look at accworks.org, we can see that this is a campaign site that's been set up by the Labour Party. We can see from the House of Representatives crest here that it is paid for by Parliamentary Services. They have links to Facebook, they have links to Twitter, and they also have the ability to have a name and address in order to subscribe to receive information to what Labour says is National's ACC ripoff. This name and email and subscribe block is very important, which I'll show you later. That's ACC Works. What was there? Another one was on that domain name, Healthy Homes, Healthy Kiwis. If you go to Healthy Homes, Healthy Kiwis, this is where Healthy Homes, Healthy Kiwis.org.nz, and we have a complete index and directory system that is open. I drilled down into production. You can see this through here, production, to sites, Drupal Labour, current. Under current, we then have files, and this is where a lot of the information I've been putting out over the last week and the previous week has come from. So you can see here there's a directory listing, it's got JPEGs, it's got documents, it's got AP forms, that That's where I showed the AP form from for the Labour Century Fund. It's got a lot of information here. One of the areas that of most concern though is that it also has the backup for the Labour Party. You can see the date on this is the 1st of June. You can see the last date is the 11th of June. That's today's date. These are the SQL databases for the Labour Party's CRM system, where they keep all membership information, credit card information, and none of it's encrypted. If you have a look now, I'll open that link in a new tab, and all of the data and information is freely available and able to be browsed. And you can see there's no hacking, there's no HTTPS, it is all available there. There are credit card details, there are email accounts, there are contact details, there are donor lists, and there are membership lists. So far I've identified 18,000 email addresses. So far I've identified $11,000 worth of credit card donations, all of which has been released on my blog. As you can see from this, none of it has been via hacking. It has all been able to be easily linked and accessed with a simple click. If we go back up, to this directory, we can see that there's also in here the Civi CRM. This is open source software. It's a CRM system. It's very good if it's used properly. Unfortunately, Labour has not used it properly. What we have here are transactions. These are credit card transactions. I can click into any one of these and it will show details. There are unique identifier strings. Those unique identifier strings then relate to information held within the transaction system in the CRM. If we go to the upload directory, we have here the Labour Party HQ Labour News main list CSV file. That is approximately 9,000 emails of people who have signed up to receive news from the Labour Party. What we have here is 2 files from ECE postcards where they've harvested names and addresses from people like on the ACC Works site. There's 18,000 email addresses in both of those. Again, as you can see, easily accessible, no need for any passwords, no need for any access any other way. It is all there, able to be searched by Google, able to be searched by anyone who has an interest. Just by way of proving that it can all be searched by Google, if we go to there's also access logs. Production sites, Drupal Labour, current. There's a revision file here. In that revision file is a unique identifier string. If I copy that unique identifier string and paste that into Google and do a search, you can see that this information is not just held in one location, which is what I've been showing you. It's also held in multiple locations on different servers. Again, some of these are publicly funded. What this shows though, and we can go to any one of these other sites, is that the information at these other sites is exactly the same. We're on a completely different URL, but there is multiple occasions of all of this information that is sitting available to be browsed by people like me. Again, we go into files and I'm back where I started. We can see all of Labour's sites as well are all linked. As you can see, there has been no hacking. It has all been freely available through a browser, all unsecured. If Labour can't run a website or a series of websites, they certainly can't be trusted to run the country.